Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel and like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video guys, we'll be talking about why do women cheat more than men. So let's get into it, then I'll come back and share my truth.
Why do married women cheat?
A lot of married women, a couple of reasons. They didn't marry the person they truly wanted to marry. Their biological clock hit them and they married who was available at the time. And they might have had an ex that they idolized. They might have had something else. They didn't marry correctly. They didn't choose the person that they wanted to marry. They chose the person who wanted to marry them. And so they settled to begin with. So they started wrong. And that can happen. On the alternative side, it could be is when she hasn't felt desired for a really long time. And she puts the feeling of needing to feel desired and sexy and attractive as a number one emotion. So she'll put that over and above her family and she craves that. So if she's naturally born quite attention seeking, or if she married who wanted to marry her rather than who she truly wanted to marry, unfortunately she's more prone to cheating. Yeah. And also if she grew up with a bit of chaos.
Women cheat because there is something lacking in the man that they're with at the current moment. You know, there's something he's not giving her emotionally. And sometimes it can even be financially. You know, women don't cheat just because it's fun or convenient or somebody, crossed their path and they looked good, but they cheat for deeper reasons. Okay. So it's not the same as a man cheating. When a woman decides to go ahead and go cheat, it's for some real stuff, And usually if the woman is smart, she's cheating with someone that she can upgrade with, not just some random. It's a potential quality person. That's why it hurts so much more when a woman cheats, because she cheats with purpose, the intention to level up and upgrade her life. And it hurts you because maybe time after time and chance after chance, and she thought you had potential that you never lived up to. So she has to move on. So if she cheats, then that's probably why. If she cheats just because she's bored and highly oversexed, it's because she seeks validation that she's not getting or she didn't get it as a child. Okay? So if she just cheats to cheat like a man, she cheats like a man does, it's because she seeks validation because she doesn't have self-love within. So she needs people to constantly validate her, to tell her, oh, you're wanted. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, A, B, C, and D, even if it requires them using her body. So that's why some women cheat. You just got to figure out which one that woman is that you're with is and why she's cheating.
That's true.
In my personal experience with the women that do cheat, it's not that all women cheat, but the women that do cheat, it's very little to do with the woman herself. It's more to do with the man she selects.
Really?
Yeah. In my experience, I can look at a couple and tell by the man if she's going to cheat. Where the men and her have a very strong dynamic, where it's very clear that they know each other inside out and where they can be themselves completely. And more so than anything, I can tell she feels safe in his company. It's unlikely she cheats. Yeah. But where I feel like she's kind of the boss, or she feels like she doesn't respect his opinion, and it's not necessarily she's just like he's kind of allowed himself to take that backseat, where she can disrespect him openly, where she feels like she can tell him anything and he just instantly believes it and follows her commands, it sets him in a position where she doesn't have a fear of losing him. And as a result of no fear of losing him, there's an openness to try alternatives because she knows if worst case scenario he finds out, he's still going to stay. And that's
it's a fairly dismal view of people.
I know.
You've just put forward.
Well, let's say
So that's a video guys. Now let me share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. Why do women cheat more than men? So I want to get into it. So now let's start with, I want to make it clear that cheating is a complex issue that affects people of all genders. This video is not about shaming or pointing fingers, but it's about understanding the narratives and factors that might lead to this perspective. So let's explore the topic together with an open mind. So first, let's talk about where this idea comes from. The belief that women cheat more than men is not a new concept. It's rooted in a cultural narrative that have evolved over time. Historically, women have been seen as the keepers of morality in relationship. When they step outside these boundaries, it's often viewed as more scandalous or shocking than when men do the same. This double standard has been reinforced by media, literature, and even social norms. Stories of unfaithful for women are often sensationalized, while men's infidelities are sometimes brushed off as the way the things are. This culture backdrop plays a significant role in why some people might think women cheat more. So next, let's talk about how we define cheating. When people talk about infidelity, they often focus on the physical aspect, affairs of one night stand, things like that. But there's also emotional cheating, which can be just as damaging, if not more so. Sometimes suggestions that women are more likely to engage in emotional cheating, forming deep, intimate connections outside of their primary relationship. This may lead to the perception that women cheat more than, because emotional cheating can be more difficult to detect and more impactful when it is discovered. Challenges. It can also challenge the traditional idea that men are more inclined to stray physically while women are more likely to seek emotional fulfillment. Now let's dive into the reasons why people cheat, and here's why things get interesting. So, men and women often cheat for different reasons. Men might cheat due to a desire for a variety, a need to boost their ego, or even because of the opportunities. For women, infidelity is often linked to emotional, distantic dissatisfaction in the relationship. When a woman feels emotionally neglected or undervalued, she might seek validation and connection elsewhere. This is not just justifying cheating, just to explain that the motivation can be different. Because emotional needs can be harder to address or even acknowledge in a relationship. Some people might perceive that women are more likely to cheat, especially if those needs are being met at home, are not met at home. We also have to consider how challenging societal dynamics are. Play a lot over the past few decades. Women have gained more independency and agency, personal and professional lives. With this independency comes from freedom to make choices, including the choice to leave a relationship that is not fulfilling. Some people interpret this increased agency as a rise in infidelity among women, when in reality it might just be that women now feel more empowered to pursue what they want. Even if that means stepping outside a traditional relationship, it's okay. This shift can contribute to the perception that women cheat more, even if the actual rates of infidelity have not changed significantly. Let's take a moment to look at the numbers. Studies on infidelity showed mixed results. Some research indicates that men cheat more frequently, while other studies suggest that the rates are nearly equal between men and women cheating. However, what's clear is that infidelity is a widespread issue that doesn't discriminate by gender. That belief that women cheat more might stem from antidotes, evidence, or selective reporting. For instance, people might be more likely to remember or talk about cases where a woman has cheated, especially if it defines their expectations. This can screw our perspective, leading us to believe that women are more unfaithful than they actually are. Another factor is to consider is the role of technology in social media. In today's digital age, it's easier than ever to connect with people outside of your relationship. Social media, dating apps, even just texting have made it simple to engage in both emotional and physical infidelity. Some argue that women are often more socially connected online, might be more tempted by these avenues, whether it's rekindling an old frame or Facebook or sliding into someone's DMs. The opportunities for infidelity are more abundant, which might contribute to the perception that women are cheating more. So what does all this mean? The idea that women cheat more than men is influenced by a mix of culture, narratives, challenges, or social dynamics and individual experiences. In reality, fidelity is a complex issue that affects people across the board, regardless of the gender. At the end of the day, it's important to approach this topic with empathy and understanding. Cheating is a symptom of a deeper issue within a relationship, and focusing on why it happens can lead to healthier, more fulfilling partnership for everyone involved. So, guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, that was my thoughts. That cheating is just